Mary, how are you?
I'm very well, and you?
And first of all, congratulations. I believe you won, I better get this right, the Connect Editor's Choice at the Connect Kerry Hair and Beauty Awards for your role at the Cosmetic Hair Restoration Clinic at the Bonds.
That's right.
So well done you.
Thank you, yeah.
And well deserved.
Yeah, it was absolutely great night, and it's great, I think, for the industry, especially for, I think, the young hairdressers and the young beauty therapists coming up to get a little bit of a little nudge to know you're doing a great job.
Yeah, we all need that.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, listen, Mary, this month we're going to talk about eyes. It's all about eyes.
All about eyes. Yeah.
And we have enlisted my friend and colleague from Radio Kerry News, Trassa Murphy, who has very kindly given her services to be a bit of a, I was going to say guinea pig, but we'll say model today. Is that okay, Trassa? We'll call you a model today. Trassa is going to allow you to demonstrate what you're talking about today, which again, as I said, is all about eyes.
All about eyes today, yeah. And I think it's probably the area that we all see first, the first signs of aging, the crow's feet, the darkness, puffiness. It's the area that people are most obsessed with because we see it first. And I think it's just that area is so delicate. It's actually 10 times thinner than all the rest of our face. So that area will line faster. And then the dark circles, the lack of sleep, everything. It's your eyes. Just like you were just saying, like in a blink of an eye, it's your eyes that show everything. So it's like down from concealer, how to use your under eye, everything like that is what we're talking about today.
Okay, so what are we going to do first?
So first of all, we're going to do an eye cream. Okay, so I'm going to use a very light moisturiser just to kind of demonstrate how to do it, so that just I have something to rub on.
Okay, so why are eye creams necessary? I mean, surely your regular moisturiser will do the job.
No, and that's actually, and I just before I came in, I met somebody who said to me, I actually can't see, my eyes are streaming, that she was after putting her moisturiser into her eyes, which, if any eye cream going into your eyes is going to irritate your eyes anyway. But the moisturisers are only for the face area. The eyes need their own little special treatment. And one of the best ones that I have found is a fantastic Irish brand called Seabody. Their eye cream is absolutely amazing, and they're up for like so many awards at the moment. So if anybody's looking for a good eye cream, Seabody has what is in it is so natural. There's marine concentrate and there's niacinamide, which is a great vitamin. So it's vitamin B3. So what that's actually going to do is going to help really keep the moisture in the area, because the area is so delicate. We want the moisturiser to keep in that area, but we need a specialised one. And what happens is people go too near the eye area. So if you can feel where your eye bone is, right? So you put your hand over you feel where that bone is there.
Your socket, your eye socket.
Yeah, so that's your orbital bone is around here, right? Okay. So what happens is people tend to put the eye cream right in near their eyelashes and right up here as well, because they're work in that area. But where you actually want to work is the orbital bone. So first of all, feel where the bone is, and then everybody will be different, and feel where the bone is underneath your brows. Right.
Okay, I'm doing that right now.
Right now, right? So tap with the ring finger, right? And
the ring finger?
Ring finger. You have least strength in that hand.
Okay.
In that finger on your hand. So the ring finger is always how you put on your eye cream.
Because it has to be a light touch.
A light touch, exactly. Okay. And people tend to drag that area, especially when they're putting on their eye makeup. So we have muscle memory. So the more dragging you do to your skin, the more it's going to remember it. So everything is always very gentle on that area. So ring finger, and when you put on your cream, half it. So you're halving the concentration. So when people put on fragrance, and the first thing everybody does is they rub it. Right?
Yeah.
And that halves your fragrance. So this is a fragrance tip. Never half your fragrance. Always.
I do that every morning. I put perfume on there and I rub the two wrists together. So that's wrong. I've been doing that wrong my whole life.
Right. You're halving it. You're taking away half straight away. And everybody does it. And
I thought I was distributing it from one wrist to another, no?
Well, when it comes to fragrance, what you're actually supposed to do is you're supposed to spray it and
walk into it.
But second best is to put it on and just leave it on.
And just leave it.
And leave it on and don't do this. And I everywhere that I'd see people do it, I say, stop doing that. You're not going to have your fragrance isn't going to last your day. So with your eye cream, you're doing the opposite. You're actually halving the concentration. So you put it on, you half it, and you always use your ring finger. And any tapping motion that you do with the eyes is the best. So the first thing you do is always check where your bone is, and then that's where you're going to put it on. So people say, I use a gel or I use a cream, and it irritates my eyes, and I wake up the next day and it's they're sore and they're red and they're puffy. It's because they're going too close to the eyes and they're using too much product.
Gotcha. Okay,
right.
so we'll let you go back to putting on some eye cream on Trasa there.
Right, so we're going to half our concentration. This is brand new fresh. My hands are all sterilised. So we're going to say we're starting with the bone. So we're feeling where the bone is here. Lovely high cheekbones. And just under here is where we're going to be doing. So we're going to be tapping all the ways along here. So it's underneath here, and we're going to be going up along here. So that is where you put on your eye cream. So would you do that? Deirdre, would you have your eye cream?
No, I don't wear eye cream.
Okay, why not? So would you put your moisturiser up near your eye?
Yeah,
okay,
always.
Right. Okay, so new thing. So when you've cleansed, you've toned, the first thing you're going to put on before you do anything else is you're going to put on your eye cream on this area, and you're going to tap it all along and in here. And we're going to do the same. So
and Trasa, so you can barely feel that now.
So it's a really light little tap.
It's very nice though.
And it's right. So anybody
Very
who
relaxing.
finds, and it's lovely in the morning. It's kind of like a little self-care in the morning time. If
You put it on in the morning?
and the evening time.
Eye cream?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so so this is your moisturiser for your eyes. Okay, so if you find that you've got a lot of puffiness when you wake up in the morning time, a really good way to help with it is just kind of make your ring and your second finger here are just going to come out to just here. So it's like you're making a mask and you're just helping relieve all that puffiness around the eyes. So it's draining any fluid around the eyes. So underneath the eyes, which can sometimes go very, very dark, a lot of people would, like in Chinese medicine, that would be connected to your kidneys. So the darkness there would be an awful lot like if there'd be fluid retention. So the more water, and I'm always saying the more water you drink, the better, but it's really good for any kind of puffiness around the eye area as well, and the dark circles as well, because there's loads of capillaries around this area. So we want to very gently drain. And in the evening time, when you're putting it on, you can just do this little nice gentle movement as well. So we're tapping, and then we're draining. And then we're going to lift around this area here. We can just do a tiny little bit. So you're going from second all the ways down, just lifting all around the eye area. So you're like
right up the forehead.
Yeah, so you're exercising. See where the brow bone is? We're giving a nice little lift here. And this is where you're kind of like your few moments of kind of draining and getting everything just working. So we're just lifting that eye area.
Okay. By the way, just to remind listeners that we're videoing this, so you'll be able to see Mary in action performing this.
Yeah, so what we're doing is just in the morning, if you're flying and you don't have the time, tapping all along and tapping above, and your eye cream ready to go, and then you're good to go with this. If you have more time in the evening, we're going to do kind of little draining movements, and then we're going to just help the upper area of here. So you're actually kind of going against gravity, strengthening the muscles. So that's what you do in the evening time. Just give yourself a nice little eye section just there. Okay?
So that's how you apply eye cream.
So we leave a few minutes then before we put on our concealer. And I'm going to show a different way how to do concealer now for under the eyes as well today. Okay. Put this in here. We get a little brush. I have lots of little products here today. So we're going to buff in a little brush here. So it's a nice fresh brush. And we're going to use our concealer.
Now, concealer under or over foundation?
We're going to do, this is now what we're going to do. So we're going to do our eye makeup first before we even start our foundation. So we are going to do our concealer first.
Okay, gotcha.
And we will open it in. See, it would have been very handy, Mary, now if you had opened it.
No problem.
We'll get you another little guy here. Right, so we're going to use, so if we have an awful lot of dark circles in the area, a lot of people will find that area. If you want another tip as well, as I have taken it out, if you find just that area is very kind of dark and it just lacks something, a little white liner underneath that area is really going to brighten it up.
I was going to say, you have that on today because your eyes are really bright looking today.
Yeah, so there's loads of tips if you find that you wake up and you haven't had enough sleep, or you're just not. There are two kind of tips. A little liner just underneath there is going to make the whites look much better, and a little bit of highlighter in that tiny little piece in the tear ducts there is going to draw attention to making your eyes look really bright.
Highlighter as opposed to concealer.
Yeah. So you could you'd have your concealer done, your makeup's done, you've all the rest of your makeup done, and just a tiny little bit into where the little tear ducts then is going to just make everything look much, much brighter. So if there's the two areas that we want to kind of work on, especially what happens, like normally people will just put the little V here just to bring that lovely highlight to the area. But some people then when they take photographs find it's much too light underneath here. And a good tip is to go a shade lighter than your foundation with your concealer. So if you're finding that when you take a photograph that underneath here is way too white, it means you're using too much product.
Okay.
So the two areas that I would just then go is I just go in here. So we'll do one eye as opposed to the other eye. And just a tiny little piece here, right? Now you can buff it with a brush or you can use your fingers, whatever is easiest to you during the day. So you're going to use less product and you're going to work this one up. So if you have an awful lot of crow's feet here and it gets kind of really stuck in, you're going to use less product. So it's right in here, and we're going to tap it in, and we can buff it in with a brush. So,
And it's okay to put that over the eye cream.
yeah,
That's the ideal, is it?
It's like 5 minutes, and it's good to go.
Okay.
Put it in here now.
I don't see any crow's feet on Trassa anyway.
no. But if you had.
I've plenty.
So you're going
Okay.
to work it upwards, as opposed to people will kind of blend it down. So you'll actually use less product around your eye if you're finding that you're just maybe putting on too much then. So we're just going to, and you spend a little bit of time buffing it in so that you don't have too much product.
That actually makes a huge difference.
So you can see one eye.
from one eye over the other. Like,
yeah.
it looks away brighter or
Sure, yeah.
something. That's amazing with just a few strokes of the brush. But of course, you have the eye cream on as well. And what product are you using, Mary?
So I had the Sea Body eye cream on just for that area. So it is a serum, so it's even lighter again. So
Okay.
it would be nice if you went from you're not using any eye cream to using a nice gentle, a nice kind of serum on that area. So a serum eye cream, either or, will do really well. And serums will go into your eyes much, much faster, and they'll work deeper. So a serum is a really good idea. So an eye serum is an excellent idea to have.
And that concealer you're using is
And this one is, because I couldn't open my other one, this one is a Lancome one.
a Lancome concealer. Okay, any particular name on it? No, because I know listeners will want to know which one you used.
We have Tint.
Hold it up to us there.
Tanty doll.
Tient Idol
Yeah.
by Lancome
No
concealer.
glasses. Yeah.
Okay. Now, Mary O'Donnell is with us in studio. She has been demonstrating for us, courtesy of my colleague from the newsroom, Trassa Murphy, how to apply eye cream and how to apply concealer to give your eyes that wow factor and to disguise things like bags and crow's feet and all of that. Not that Trassa had any of those, but she certainly looked amazing by the time you had finished with her. Thanks again to Trassa. Now, Mary, loads and loads of questions
Okay.
for you.
Rapid round time.
It's rapid round time. Listener says she has hooded eyes, and she says she's 50, she's hooded eyes, and she says about eyeshadow and liner. I had my makeup done once for a wedding and I cried. Everyone looked amazing, but not me. I cried and washed it off. I see people with fab makeup and lovely eyes, but anytime I try to copy the look, there's no point, because no matter what I do, I just look like a tired old hooker.
Oh no! and I know what I was going to say. I definitely know what the tired, the hooded eyes are like. I don't know about the rest. But when I have, as I got older, I found my eyes started getting hooded, and where I'd have loads of room to do before back to have like maybe 3 or 4 different colours. Then I was down to 1, and I actually think that is a secret when you do eye makeup when they're hooded, is only really concentrate on that inner area. So when you're doing just in here, start with your eyeshadow just in this area and blend like here, over and back, like wipers on a car, going over and back with the colour that you like, and you'll know the colour suits your eyes. Keep working in there, and it'll lift the eye, and I don't put it too near the actual eyelashes. And then your little bit of highlighter, tiny bit of liner over your lashes and your mascara, and it opens up the whole eyes. Now, one thing that really I found that opened up my eyes when they are hooded is actually getting lash extensions done, and that'll even open your eyes up even more. Now, sometimes you can only, not great to have them done all the time, but for a wedding or something like that, I think it's a great idea to give you an extra boost.
And even if that lady who sent us in the question, even if she looked at the demonstration video that we've just done, which will be up tonight on Facebook, she might get a few pointers
as
from
well.
that
And then
as well.
false
it's trial
lashes,
and error, isn't it?
It is, and false lashes as well. And it can be just even the little single lashes, just to open up the corners, to take away from the hoodedness, makes an awful difference.
Yeah,
so a few little tips.
It is something that's hard to get right, and a lot of people get
Yeah.
around. But there's never been more information, and there's YouTube videos and
Constantly,
everything.
yeah.
Even if you just Google, because I'm in that ladies' age category, even if you just Google eye makeup for older women in YouTube, there's numerous videos.
But definitely the centre over and back will definitely open up, and try to avoid too near the actual area, just to bring up this area a little bit.
Listener says, I'm 70 and I've never mastered mascara.
Okay.
What's the trick? Do you look down or up? And does the size of the brush matter?
Yeah. there's different movements you can do with mascara, and I just, for some unknown reason, I can't put on mascara without opening my mouth. I don't know what that's about, but anyway, it's
most of us can't.
Yeah, what's that about? Now I have the Chanel, which is absolutely beautiful mascara. So there's different ones depending on what you want. You want to have them longer? Do you want to have them fuller? But a great kind of tip for doing them is definitely when you're going across, zigzag first. That's what I always do. I zigzag, and then do nice kind of straight lines up to do individual lashes, and then I will come back again and I will do just the corners, because you want those kind of corners to flick out a little bit more. And there's a gorgeous plush from LA Girl. I have it's great price point, and it's great for giving kind of that lovely fuller lashes and gives a lovely fluffiness to it. The Chanel one is absolutely beautiful for giving great length, and there's a great primer in Clarins that's very good as well for kind of giving your good condition to your lashes as well.
Oh, actually, speaking of Clarins, you had a Clarins eye makeup specialist down recently.
Louise, the fantastic, she's the national trainer, and she was in with us recently, and she did a whole eye makeup video with us.
Okay, so that's going to be available as well on the Radio Kerry website as well, or the Facebook page rather, I think. Okay, that's good to know. Now, we have a 70-year-old lady with brown age spots, and she's wondering, could you recommend a suitable cream to conceal those spots?
Right. And I would say, first of all, I would try to treat them with a vitamin C, and that'll have a brightening effect, and the niacinamide that I was talking about in C body, that it will hold on to the moisture, and then it will help against environmental factors. Any vitamin C will help brighten the area. If you really want to get them rid of completely, you can have some laser done, and then on top of all that, a good concealer will work wonders. I have a fabulous range of products from a great Irish brand called Sculpted. They do an amazing concealer. So I have the Sculpted Foundation Concealer here with me today. They have fabulous palettes. It's just the concealer in Sculpted is really, really good. And even down to, she does a load of multitasking products. So she has, you get everything, your eyes, your foundation, everything with this. But the Sculpted concealers are amazing and great for covering any kind of age spots, any kind of spots.
60-year-old Abby Field lady says her skin is very dry, despite the fact that she drinks 1.5 litres of water every day. She has tried several moisturisers without success. She's thinking of trying Trilogy next. Is wondering if you've any views on that.
Yeah, Trilogy products are absolutely beautiful. And if you're trying to get the moisture back into your skin, there's a great new one out from Aven, and it's the Hydrant Serum, and it helps to hold into the moisture in the skin, and it will help within the first 48 hours that you'll get such a boost of hydration into the skin. But the Trilogy oils are really good as well, and all the Trilogy products are amazing.
Texter says, would you please ask Mary, is the Aveeno brand good to use for mature skin, mature and hydrated skin? I presume they probably mean dehydrated.
Yeah, an amazing brand. I think Jennifer Aniston was the brand ambassador for that for going back for quite a good bit, and it's highly recommended by dermatologists. It's great for getting moisture into the skin. Any moisture is great for just keeping the skin lovely and supple.
71-year-old female wants to ask you about laser facial hair removal and if you'd recommend it.
Yeah, absolutely. An awful lot has got to do with the colour of the hair. The darker the hair, the better your results. And I would have been the practitioner for laser for many years. And the worst type of hair to treat is the fabulous Irish red hairs. Are just the hardest to treat. They're just next to near impossible. And if the hairs are going grey, again, it needs to have the pigment. So it works in the pigment in the hair. So the darker the hair, the better the results. So if the hair is quite dark, you're on a winner. But if it's starting to fade or your colouring is kind of onto the reddish tinge, it tends to be trickier. So I think if you're really dark, go for it.
Carol wants to ask you, this is a very timely one, and I suspect we'll come back to this topic again. Fake tan, Mary. She says, Carol says she's not very confident with fake tan. She's wondering, can Mary recommend a fake tan for body and face? That's easy to apply and a light shade. There are so many Irish brands of tan, I don't know which one to choose. Any good tips as well to prepare the body first?
Yeah, definitely preparing exfoliate, and have everything done the night before, 24 hours beforehand. Don't use any oils, any moisturisers on the day you're going to tan. And if you're looking for a light tan, Lorraine Keane, who was our celebrity Lorraine Keane, has brought out a new tan called Decadence, which I've only used the weekend. It's very, very light. It builds up, so you can use it, see what colour it is, and then so I've done one layer of it now, and this was done on Friday, and it's still nice colour, not too dark, but it's very good for mature skin, and it goes on really nice. It comes with a gorgeous luxury mitt, and it just goes on just seamlessly.
Okay, perfect. And I'm sure we'll probably talk more about applying fake tan.
Yes.
As we get into the summer months.
We'll have to find a model.
Oh, good God, yeah. That could be a tricky one now, trying to get someone to model putting on fake tan. Yeah, okay. Someone who's very body confident. Right, Mary, before we let you go, I know you have, you have the famous product that takes how many years off you?
4.
4 years.
Clinically proven to give you 4 years back. I don't know.
On your face.
On your face, yeah. So this is the new Phyto Nature Oxygen Cream from Dermalogica, and it's all about getting the oxygen back into your skin. It is absolutely amazing. I definitely would recommend this to a friend, and somebody had actually asked me if she uses it more, would she get 8 years back? But yeah, you'll get the 4 years anyway, but it's for really good firming, really just like a boost for the skin. Anybody has a wedding or something like that coming up, this is a really good one.
Do you put it on under your makeup?
And you can put it on, and it's lovely under makeup actually. It goes on really well, and it's and it's lovely and light. It's not too strong at all. Anybody who's looking for a daytime moisturiser to match that, Amy Connolly has this beautiful. Anybody who's missing a cold cream, everybody loved the cold cream years ago. This is a gorgeous moisturiser, lovely and light. It's so gentle to put on the skin, and it gives a lovely glow to the skin. And it is great for underneath. It's like a nice primer. But we've 2 new fragrances. I'm going to give you a quick spray of these 2 guys, Shiseido and Valentino, and we have to decide now which one you prefer. Okay?
Yeah, you could nearly tell in advance, I'd say. Okay, so what one are you giving me first here? This is the Shiseido.
Yeah.
What's it called?
And that's an Ginzo, and it has the fabulous new lipsticks, which I have on, and liners on as well. Right, so that's what.
Okay.
And the second one is the new Valentino.
I love my job days like today. You get to test drive lovely new perfumes. Okay, that's the Shiseido on my left, and I'm trying the Valentino on my right. And these are new summer fragrances.
New summer, yeah.
Oh, I love the Valentino.
I knew you would.
It's kind of. Am I getting coconut notes there? It's like
gorgeous,
Hawaiian tropic or something.
Yeah, it's like being on a summer holiday, and then I obviously like the Shiseido.
And you like the Shiseido because we always like different. So what are they new?
They're new, brand new, yeah.
New summer fragrances.
New summer fragrances, and the Shiseido to go with it. But what it came in with my one, this fabulous liner, which is brilliant for staying on. I have had this on since yesterday on my hand because I was testing it yesterday, and I have scrubbed it, and it's still on my hand.
That's the Shiseido liner.
New liner and new lipstick, and this colour is just great. They're just great for staying on. So they're kind of all brand new releases from them. And one of the things for under eyes, anybody who's looking for kind of to cover dark bags, Rimascar, we've talked about this before. This is great concealer for underneath the eyes, dark circle and bags. It's Rimascar, and it's just a temporary fix.
Listener has very sensitive eyes and was wondering, could you recommend a good eye makeup for sensitive eyes?
For that area. Do you know what is really nice, because I like it myself because my eyes would be very sensitive, is the IT Cosmetics. I like their eye makeups, I like their concealers, I like their foundations, but I just find the IT Cosmetics are great for around the eye area.
Yeah, I agree with that. I use that all the time myself as well. Mary, we better let you go. Unless there's anything.
I just wanted to show you some. There's CH have at the moment have some fabulous new sunglasses out. So I'll be the model now.
Cool.
Aren't they absolutely gorgeous?
Are they Tommy Hilfiger?
Yes, you're right. And they have some. This is the one. These guys. There's a male, female version. So I'll do the females. Are these ones gorgeous as well? They're very different.
Oh, you look very cool, Mary. Fabulous glasses.
So they have a gorgeous range. So I was picking out all the different eye makeup today. I just went into all the sunglasses, and they're just the most gorgeous new range, all in CH.
Okay, that perfume is fabulous.
It's just lovely, isn't it?
What is it again? Valentino?
The new Valentino Born in Roma.
Say that again.
Born in
Valentino,
Roma.
Born in Roma.
Yeah.
Roma. I love it. Mary, we better let you go. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Great to smell everything you brought in.
The room is smelling gorgeous
The
now.
room is smelling fabulous, and Trassa Murphy's looking fabulous back
We're
in
all
the
happy.
newsroom. We're all happy. Thank you for the demonstrations and the tips and the news from the beauty world, and we'll see you next month.